rates will eventually rise in our country and the United States. Are investors prepared for it, or rather prepared enough for it?
Well, it's been well telegraphed for quite some time. I think the Fed has done a very good job communicating their intentions. The taper has been a fairly orderly process so far. They'll stop buying bonds in the fall. I think people are reasonably well prepared. It's always hard to know. That I guess that is assuming that things go as planned. If there's some new things in the works, it could certainly throw things off. And certainly recent developments in Europe and the Middle East are new developments, but not exactly playing out the way I would think they would.
And let's talk about those recent developments in the Middle East and Europe. If you look at this current situation, I mean, credit spreads, at least in North America, they've been stable. But in Europe, things actually seem to be improving. That is, the spreads are tightening.
Yes.
And how do you explain this, especially given the current events we've seen?
Exactly.
For example, the bank in Portugal, the Middle East notwithstanding.
Well, certainly Portugal looks to me, and I think to most analysts, as a fairly isolated institution. Yes, yes, Banco Espírito Santo looks more like a well-contained, isolated situation within an institution, not a contagion situation for Portugal. And the other situation, I think that the thing that surprised me was that there wasn't a more negative reaction to the Malaysian Airlines jetliner coming down. But maybe, in thinking this over through the weekend, perhaps it's a view that an event like that would cause more pressure on the Russians, more pressure on the separatists to try and resolve this thing a little more sooner than what would have happened before. So maybe, even though it's certainly a very negative event, maybe there is a positive outcome from that is affecting some optimism in the markets.